couple of years ago on this channel, I did a video talking about So Bad It's Good songs. If you haven't seen that video already, you should go check it out, because there were 5 songs in that video that will not be making it into this one. And the reason I'm doing another one is because I thought it was pretty fun doing it the first time around. I'm not sure if there was a huge appetite for me to do another one from you guys, but just in case there is, why not talk about 5 songs that are just so bad they end up kind of coming full circle and being kind of ironically, weirdly good, even though they're still bad, really. They're still bad, but they're kind of good at the same time. You know what it is, you know how this rolls, you know the idea of this kind of song. So yeah, I'm not really going to waste any more time. You know the concept. You can let me know your picks in the comments. Also let me know your thoughts on the ones I picked as well. And yeah, if you're feeling really generous, check out the membership page, Patreon. You can support me on there if you really like what I do over here. You get some perks added on as well. And if you're a big fan of this video, you might be feeling more compelled to do so. So yeah, let's get on with it. 5 So Bad It's Good songs.
Well, I guess I'm fucking 50.
Starting off with the GOAT, the rock legend, Kid Rock with 50, which is a track that admittedly, you know, he's not really taking himself all that seriously on this track. So I'm not trying to be like, ooh, I'm taking it so seriously. Ooh. Kid Rock himself is obviously kind of playing around, being goofy, talking about how he's 50 now. He's an old man. I guess I'm, you know, bald, I'm fat, I'm not the kind of guy I used to be, all that kind of stuff. And then kind of wants to remind you though that I'm still a rocker, man. Yeah, I still put my middle fingers up. And yeah, I mean, there's just something so awful about this track, the way he's singing, the way he's kind of presenting it all, the repetition of saying, well, I guess I'm 50 over and over and over again, that just ends up being something so hilariously irritating about it, but ultimately ends up being kind of, again, so bad it's good. I probably will keep repeating that throughout this video, as repetitive as that may get. But yeah, I don't know, man, it's just really kind of like intentionally lame, but you're listening to it and you can't help but be like, god damn, like this is annoying, like this guy is annoying. But at the same time, I kind of just want to be like, I'm 52, bro. Yeah. Have to mention Pitbull next, which is kind of the GOAT when it comes to So Bad It's Good songs. I could list out a bunch of tracks from this man throughout his career, some that you probably enjoy yourself, and it has become noticeable that people treat this guy more as a meme nowadays, because, you know, we saw the bald caps that people were wearing at his shows. I know people were just having a fun time listening to the tunes, listening to the hits, but a few years ago the man tried making a comeback with an album, and honestly the entire album I could just put on this. In fact, I'm kind of tempted to just say the whole album, honestly, because he was so desperate to make very typically, obviously sample heavy tracks that are nostalgia bait, that are pulling from obvious reference points. That has been, you know, the kind of way that we've seen a lot of music get popular over the past few years. I don't have to list out the songs, I've talked about it before in previous videos. A lot of people have kind of voiced their like hatred for this era of pop music. It's died and simmered down a little bit. I think that hatred got so loud that the songs started to flop, and I think a lot of artists kind of started to go, okay, you know what, this isn't selling as much as it was in like 2021, 2022, let's just kind of roll back now. It ain't working, people are bored of these samples. I'm sure there'll be a song soon that will do it again and we'll all be back to square one, but Pitbull tried an entire album of it, and tracks such as like Room on Fire had the double sample where he had the one track from like 2014. It's that, you know, you're just my type. Da, 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 da. You know that one. I mean, it wasn't that big. It was semi-popular, really. It was in the charts for a little bit. It wasn't like a smash hit or anything. Just one you heard on the radio occasionally. So he takes that da, 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 melody and then starts adding in the interpolation of the roof is on fire, but he says room on fire instead, and it's just like that for the entire song, and it's just like a forced party anthem basically. And even Pitbull, even when he hit Unk status, like some of his biggest hits, he was like really kind of old. Like he was in his 40s making some of those tracks like Timber and stuff. But you could still tell that he was bringing the party. But now, on this album and this track, it just feels like the party is dying, but he doesn't know how to let it go. And yeah, it's not an age thing, because like I say, he's always been kind of old making these bangers. But this felt like he just was suffering, and the party wasn't fun anymore, and it was just like forced fun. It's just so bad it ends up being good. And I implore you to play the whole album. It got a laugh out of me. Nobody talked about it at the time, probably for good reason. But I do kind of want you to go back to it and just gawk at it. Lil Pump rock heavy metal, which is just the hardest rockin' jam you've ever heard. And this is just essentially like the terrible influence that Rage Against the Machine placed onto the world, because still to this day there are bands and rappers that try this rap fusion that incorporates elements of metal too. And oh my god, this song is hilarious, man. The way he's trying to like force this like mosh pit across the entire song is one of the funniest things I've ever heard Lil Pump do. And he has been cringe for the entirety of his career. I'm not allowing the first mixtape to, you know, get any nostalgia credit. That was always weak. There were bangers on there, but they weren't very well done. And he's just now tried this fusion of rock and rap in the cringiest way imaginable, man. This reminds me of that Vic Mensa rock album from, what was it, like 2019? That album, you gotta remember it, man. I hope you were there to hear it, because that was truly something. My god. And this is just another version of that, but maybe even slightly worse to an extent, because I think Lil Pump just sounds like he doesn't even appreciate the genre of music he's trying to do here. And it just comes across as very fake, which is very much his personality generally anyway. And yeah, just like the worst like timeline where like Denzel Curry tried doing all this and this is how it sounded. This is this track. But at the same time, I kind of get a bit of an ironic enjoyment out of it, because it's just so hilariously bad.
Somebody said when you play this song, all the girls will go loca. All the girls will go.
Similarly to Pitbull, our boys Black Eyed Peas, and I say boys because Fergie did the right thing and left eventually, did also try making a comeback. You guys got to pay attention, because if you're a nerd like me, you know these things and you keep up with music so closely that you put yourself through the suffering. And I did the album, man, and again, they were trying really desperate to make a comeback, making these really forced pop hits that just didn't take off. And at the end of the day, music sales don't equal music quality. I've always said that on this channel. I think it's a very silly facade that we use as a metric. But with somebody like Black Eyed Peas, when they were like at the top, they had number one after number one after number one. And you just kind of got to think, okay, when they're trying to force it, it's even more embarrassing when it flops. Because they were trying really desperate on this album. And Jump is just like hilarious, man. Again, the forced feeling of it all. And the lyrics, all my girls go loca. And it's like this robotic voice that pops up every now and then, and it's like Siri talking over the beat, and it's like not even remotely pleasurable or nice at all. I mean, it's kind of like Black Eyed Peas always were. They were always kind of shit, to be honest with you, but they just somehow got massive hits from being shit for the most of their career. But yeah, this album, man, was again similar to that Pitbull one. I feel like the entire album could have that so bad it's good quality, but I just wanted to highlight this one song because this track is truly something. Yeah, stop doing this. Stop singing in Spanish, man. And speaking of singing in Spanish, oh my days.
I want to meet your madre, pay my respects to your padre, mi amor.
Yeah, I think you probably expected to see this make an appearance. This track essentially inspired me to bring back this video, although this song has been out a little while now, and the buzz and the hype and the talk around it and the cringy feeling that people got, when they heard it, has kind of stopped and simmered down. And yeah, there's not been as much talk. I maybe should have done this a little bit sooner when people were talking about this, but my God, Drake doing Spanish, it's just like everything everyone had been saying, even before Kendrick was saying it. Everybody's saying the culture vulture stuff, the picking the languages, the jumping on different trends just to make a hit, to try and cross over to different demographics. Like, it's all true. Like, this guy is trying to do the I want to meet your madre. Like, why does it sound like I'm watching Coco or something? Like, I shouldn't be listening to Drake and thinking that, like, some character from Coco is speaking. Like, what are we doing? Man, this is so cringe. And then the rest of the track just goes for this really, like, stereotypical Latino sound with the features coming on. It's like unbelievable, like absolutely crazy that this happened. Yeah, I mean, Drake is at an all-time low with this newest album. It was so boring. There were just no melodies whatsoever. And then when it got to like tracks like this, it just was like, okay, now we're getting to like laughably bad territory. You came through with this after one of the biggest losses we've ever seen in like beef history, in the history of hip-hop. Like, is he intentionally trying to just exit the genre now? Is he being bullied out of rap? Is he like become Machine Gun Kelly and like this is the route now? I mean, honestly, maybe like, what? Wow, Drake. And that is it from me. They are the 5 So Bad It's Good songs that I wanted to highlight for you on the channel this week and for this video. And this is a series that can keep going. I can do this again later on if you want to see more tracks mentioned. I could go for more tracks if you want. I can do more. Hit me up in the comments if you want to see more. Let me know your picks for the best So Bad It's Good songs. Watch the previous video as well if you're thinking, oh, where's that song? It might have been in that one. So go check that one out now. You've got 10 altogether, a couple of videos to binge. I'm providing the goods, guys. I hope you're enjoying it. So thank you as always. Please check out my Patreon membership page, all of that stuff if you're feeling generous as well. And yeah, subscribe at the very least. You can at least do that. Like the video, do all of those things, surely. And see ya. Have a good day. Goodbye.